SMP TV platform yi eso. Yedemo ekwa kopie mu ewo the office of the Chief Justice. The office of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Oba Ghana hanomwa. Number 4. That's number 4. That means we the president, and the first gentleman of the land. We the vice president, only the second gentleman of the land. Someone could the speaker of parliament, only number 3. No chimo in order of importance. The Chief Justice, that is Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu. Na suye and an anope akwakopi. Na warning kesie bi efri na suye akwakopi mu e de ama lawyer Samuel Kweku Jemfi. Lawyer Sammy Jemfi Esquire, National Communications Officer edema the NDC. Then na ma lawyer Sammy Jemfi yatina warning chinchirinche ITC. Warning say there is it here. Warning Mrs. Sammy, don't try me. Don't try me. Wafufra and fam mama suye and fasa unsem huno ni wani ensade no ne odibu ewo fom no ne one professional conduct no and fam mama suye. And yes sir, license can be revoked, be banished from every court of judicature ewo o my Ghana mu ha. Na warning ye dia na akwa as usual. Sammy Jemfi aye no ho obi a chese ono no kure pa ye friend no kure na agin se onfa nya adwuma ebu a ye friend no bu na agin se onfa bu ma panimu bia afi de toso miensa na agin se ono no de bia no nsam a obeka ama na gu amanfo ho fin nsam a obeka ama e de amanfo din akọ enimtie mu eno ko na branch na agin se oni kurum ha obe bono a onye na agin se obesesa enedie meeting meter. Okotna onwankasa ne official social media handles make certain statements. Onwane tna se choye onwa pay home pictures e de ka ho. Na nkenim de lawyer for de ka de ba ko a mo de ye adwuma ye pa say lawyers deal with facts. They cross check facts and some be kasa makasa. Number 2, they also deal with evidence. There's no evidence be akeke. They make sure they go in for true evidence. I feel number 3, they look out for perfect and as a good witnesses. Kofua assembly si no mo wo ho and as we hwehwem and we assembly si ni to and sana mo be kasa o makasa. Sabi Jemfi ato sane ma me nsa we nyina ato atwene na what did Chief Justice attend as saying din good animo asepoto. Sa asem no mpo no nya sa na Chief Justice e kan lawyer ni ma pa kezu se nka ode legal practice, professional code of ethics about your man. What tuning in actually now I am again say Adibu Ankasa in Wumuadia or Kasa anyhow. No wonder I see the DH do dear decline. John Romani Mahama and the shares had you say and the Chidi phone na ADB Bekaya 22 election petition 23 on Becky Kankasia Sebi a fine judge for home. Judge for him and don't go if Yasia Mahama so I'm more party in your home free one. Look at this. But then Sammy Jemfi monkey can same way. And that is what Sammy Jemfi wrote on his official Facebook, Twitter pages, or say President Nana Akufo-Addo himself would disagree with this contrived testimony coming from the Chief Justice. Sycophantic comments like this should ordinarily be reserved for party foot soldiers. Comic relief, I guess. Living example of what? And or attach 2 pictures. Caption is Akufo-Addo is a living example of rule of law. Chief Justice Tokono and one tribute to no and a kind. And the other one a purported speech made by the Chief Justice. And yes, the Chief Justice kind. Chief Justice no one some Nankasa or why kind why didn't Sammy Jemfi use you no and need a dear bufu Akofa warning at the Abreno? Number 1. These are the words that some of you say contrived. So the Chief Justice is making a contrived testimony. Chief Justice has more than 15 years of legal practice experience and not a qualified man called Supreme Court. Sammy Jenfi a contrived testimony. Now, the word contrive no, therefore, so oh, Shushumiya or the sword say deliberately created rather than arising naturally and spontaneously. Just say adeɛ bi a wa kasa na ɔbɔ tiri mu a nyansa bia nhyɛ de nimu a wɔde wa adwene afa ho na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkama no ba hɔ. That is what Sammy Jenfi is trying to see. Say ye maame Chief Justice Gedru Toko no just say ɔnhyɛ de ni adwene. Can you imagine? And ɔno kasa no kɔnkɔto asɛm bi aka abasobɔdeɛ di ama Nana Akufo-Addo. Meanwhile, President Nana Akufo-Addo, before even he assumed the role of president, widely acclaimed Ghana ha brochime mu bi enim no. When it comes to constitutional law, when it comes to human rights, he's an undisputed voice in that area. Sammy Jenfi, as usual, trying to demean not anybody at all at the office of the Chief Justice. Also, I say Chief Justice is a sycophant. Can you imagine? To be a sycophant, I provoke when they say, my meaning a bootlegger. I just say, oh no, tembiano. Behave to say the only shed the moon home, the bay a man for them quam, by the assembly of the kind or come and another day, and another case one night go to have a go to a case down or Bechian. Can you imagine the whole Chief Justice? Our born brand, see a very distinguished personality like this. Now, some of them figure can't answer who reach them. No one wants a warning, can see a go pim at the amano. I also say a comic relief. Not just say we yin some quite say and some basa and lawyer Sammy Jenfi can edit them. But meanwhile, as someone kasa the Chief Justice edit to on a program or a course or a 5-day conference a year. Ma a judge for African Association of Women Judges and Omushia here and we 5-day conference and a Chief Justice Ekasa Omoto Monsa friend Nana Akufo-Addo Obabe PM. Now these are the exact words of the Chief Justice. Never compare this. We are especially grateful to His Excellency the President Nana Akufo-Addo for the strong support we have received from the office of the President. The culmination of this is the support the President, His Excellency, has been giving the judiciary. And I'll say, the President is a lawyer and a champion of justice. The President's name is definitely etched in the legal history of this country as one of the most distinguished legal practitioners. His belief in the rule of law has been evident during his tenure, and the Judicial Service of Ghana has been a happy beneficiary of exceptional levels of physical, technological infrastructure during this period. When any Assembly Chief Justice to job as Sammy Jenfi, one film ye creative on one Kasani stories, a found home a Kasa editia mamino. The woman was only praising the President and acknowledging his presence. Some tone is a friend Wamba and walk his observance of rule of law, dear with Dimaraso, and I feel no more or dear boy the Judicial Service of Ghana and Diane who was Yama judges, courts are who are pens was Yama judges. A lot of benefits are by and judges or munya to see how much as yinya. Any brown ball when it's come to in the legal field when he was practicing as a lawyer. Weighing in some of the Chief Justice get to Konodi Tuja. Sammy Jenfi has taken her out of contest and Ryan Passa. Now, this is why that strong warning is coming to Sammy Jenfi. Say, I'm 3 years and the law lines is Kutano, you be G, free no more. I think you're better Pamono, 7 when we are called to be our Ghana. It's say, Oko and lawyer for Omo Ujumedimwa, a woman say, a lawyer, I'll be committing a professional misconduct in the course of practice. I'll be for communicative, time, even to a client, to a lawyer, to a judge, almost especially even the chief judge now. Now we boom raso in Tisano, I will say a trinaso, so you as a lawyer named Benyano. Contained under section 16 of Act 32. Section 16 of Act 32. I know a lawyer for one Casamra. You're kind of sanctions are all. So these are the two classes of sanctions the 1960 law prescribes for lawyers found guilty of professional misconduct by a disciplinary panel of mostly very senior judges and lawyers. Section 16 of the Legal Professional Act 32 says a lawyer who is found guilty of grave misconduct in a professional respect, including a conduct which in pursuant to the rules is treated as grave misconduct, in a professional respect is liable to have the name of that lawyer struck out of the roll of lawyers or to be prohibited from practicing as a lawyer for a period specified in the order of suspension. Tinezi be children free a lawyer for equanimo. Young Mount Kind and Mount Court to do is as a lawyer or a professional. Say with the professional code of ethics in a yejuma was all two bossy. Now you show him, now Symbian Ababo and Tiameka. Don't come saying stuff to defame people, to disgrace people, to insult people. Not even your client, not even your colleague lawyer, not even a magistrate, not even a high court judge, and say a Supreme Court judge. Sabi Jemfi, Ubin Tunufo, is answered, this is not the first time one. What time the phone so yes, I do. Yabekaya. Same thing happened here. Bra, in the year 2019, December, baby, sign a cocoa na social media, a type near my church on Sammy Honum. CID for film, nice and Ukrainian. Yes, as I mean, if you CID never church once a month, because if you share, once a minimum, and come here and say, Yamana Upustia, Uninkophobia, and a shisham more much of the critical story. And this is how the CID tended. I must say, Sammy Jemfi says he will not honor any invitation by the Criminal Investigation Department after he sued to stop the police from examining his phone records and gain access to Facebook accounts. The CID says Sammy Jemfi is alleged to have been involved in forgery and attempts to spread false information to cause fear and panic. This is 2019, and Sammy Jemfi and Obabesha said. Recently, Dr. Majupuku Prempe is sued for defamation. No so be trying to no so Canada for man be on my yera na po be any movie na no could be any sense Sammy Jemfi organize a press conference e bu bo mu kire Ghana for trying to say at the Dr. Majupuku Prempe so as we court at the tabuna bon 500,000 Ghana cedis defamation utua 440,000 Ghana cedis 400 million court charges and so on the same Sammy Jemfi vice president ayire na the second Samina Baumia, catching Sammy, in some movie, how I got any different, I can say me number with the V8 Lankus Abaku di Mechi, and make up Norman Kwan in Gumon. I Ghana for a secret interpret to Gum Sammy, so one can chance and defamation, the bone. Man, Sammy Jemfi, a fast, Babon Timber render apology to the office of a second lady of Ghana. It's answering Musena a tro and annuity. And so one bulk oil storage, boss, managing director, Mr. Alfred Kwame Obin. So as you Sammy Jemfi 5 million Ghana cedis damages, this is 50 billion. And also, Tosa na Sammy Jemfi, and Kudigu Papa so. A lawyer Sammy Jemfi, legal practice na Kasana Oyeno, ne Farpa. So credit any trimu fine I was on the edgeman, or no, on fine edgeman. All these things are pointing to just one fact. Sammy Jemfi has to be dealt with. Young one seem really a Chairman Jim Akwamisi kind, come on the film studios. The won't need throat and time with me so. Nansa Metanami studio enemy necessary. Said he be BIC. Caught now some kind of what you sign. Every scene next, Sammy Jemfi and Fiasam sign. And I'm some of the issue statements, and as I've got there, could you make your boycott. Look at all this, such a pompous, proudful, arrogant, small boy. Okay, be actually now with you. You are trusting, say, the Office of the Chief Justice fast track this process. Now, you are trusting Sammy Jemfi once and for all. I drink any answer. Here, Juma. Now, boy, I'm on my sanity are prevailing in our political discourse. I'm in the comment section about this issue.
They are saying that Chief Justice has changed the panel. She has changed the panel. There has to be a reason why the Chief Justice has changed the panel. But the Chief Justice ought not to disclose those reasons to us, because she's working in a very sensitive position and she's working in the interest of protecting the justice system. So it's not everything that she knows that she will come and say. It's not everything that the Lord Chief Justice knows that she will come and say. It's not everything that she wishes to statement and say that I am changing the panel because Justice this went to eat cocoa here, Justice this one went to do this here, they ate jollof together at Golden Tulip. She cannot rise those things out for the general public because she has done many things, including swearing an oath of secrecy, When she was being sworn in as the Lord Chief Justice, she is the fountain of justice. She is the embodiment of justice. She cannot destroy the institution. Even if there's some information that is true, that information cannot come out. So when she says, I've changed the panel, and people are hurriedly thinking that she's changed the panel because of something untoward, it is very unfortunate. It is for that reason. It is for the reason of protecting the institution of justice that the 1992 Constitution, that in the wisdom of the framers of the Constitution, gave the Chief Justice that discretion that she ought not to disclose to the general public why she takes certain decisions, because the institution of justice must be protected. Some people's institution of justice has been protected for 200 years. The American Supreme Court, the British House of Laws, they used to have their Supreme Court in the House of Laws. The Justice Committee of the House of Laws used to be the British Supreme Court. Now they have a regular Supreme Court. These institutions have been protected for 700 years. Why? You think nothing has happened there? You think some things have not happened there? Things have happened there. But they have understood that it's not about individual. It is about protecting the system. So Justice Tokonu, the Lord Chief Justice, ought not to come and say that, oh, I have found this information against these two judges, against this one judge. So I'm asking the judge to move and I'm placing this other person there. No, she cannot say. That she shouldn't talk because she's protecting the institution, that people are allowed to call her names on social media. Is that fair? Is that fair? Those who use social media, you see these things. Is it fair for us to build a society like that? That because the Chief Justice cannot speak for herself, because she shouldn't do that. She should protect the institution. So she makes her decisions without explaining them. But she has some things to say. I have been told this evening of some dangerous matters. Dangerous. That if she were to speak, it would be dangerous. Dangerous things. Dangerous. But she says, I cannot say these things. And then people are bashing her. And she's done this. Then people are sitting in America. They are writing on social media and making themselves the paragons of law, when they have never made an argument before the Supreme Court or had any distinguished practice. I mean, if Martin Amidu speaks about procedure, we will listen. If Idi Kom speaks about procedure, we'll listen. Kofi Kumado speaks about procedure, we'll listen. Nana Akufo-Addo speaks about procedure, we'll listen. Professor Kwame Bentiencho, these people, the connoisseurs. But some people sit and, well, it's okay, we are all allowed to speak. But when you are speaking, don't speak as if you are on top of some mountain and you know everything, when you really don't know nothing. When you don't know anything. You know absolutely nothing. You are talking and you want to denigrate the institution of Chief Justice. Bawumia may win the election. John Mahama may win the election. Whatever it is. Rawlings won an election. Kufuor won an election. Professor Mills won an election. The judiciary has been there. And they have been a major bulwark of our constitutional development. And that's what Ghana has, that many other African countries don't have. And people would like to sit in America and sit on social media for political expediency and then just denigrate the name of the Lord Chief Justice because she has changed the panel. Do you know why she has changed the panel? Does the Constitution say she should tell us why she has changed the panel? Next question. I go to court. I'm a lawyer or I'm a citizen. I'm under prosecution. I go to court. Why am I interested in some 3 judges or 2 judges being on the panel? Why am I insisting that some 2 or 3 judges must be on the panel? Why? Why am I insisting? Why do people want to insist that this judge must be on the panel? The first set of judges who were there. Is that the first set of judges who were there? Yes, the first set of judges who were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that the first set? They should confirm if that's the first set, because yes, I see Justice Kumsin there, so I'm guessing that's the first set. That's the first set. Okay. All right. So this is the first set of judges. This is, of course, my Lord Justice Kulendi, and I believe this is Justice Kumsin, and this is Justice Kofi, and this is the first panel. And the Chief Justice has amended the panel and has changed 3 of them. The lawyers for Puni are insisting that those 3 that were changed should come back on the panel. Where did we go? What happened? Is that how we want to run our institutions? But They insist they want this panel. Me too, I go to court tomorrow. I brought an application against the Electoral Commission. The panel is there. The panel is here. I said, no, I want this panel. Is that what the Constitution said we should do? We should decide for the Chief Justice which panels you should which panels you should put there. Haven't we read the Constitution? Have journalists not read the Constitution to see the role of the Chief Justice? Now, here's a new panel. I see Professor Henrietta Mensah-Bonsu. I see Justice Tokono there. I believe this is Justice Rosso Wusu, I think. And so these are some of the two new judges, but certainly this is Professor Henrietta Mensah-Bonsu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the new panel that is going to hear the Oponi appeal. The Oponi appeal has failed in the High Court before the existing judge. It has also failed in the Court of Appeal. It doesn't mean it will fail in the Supreme Court. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that its chances of succeeding, a lot more work has to be done, but it doesn't mean it will fail. The Supreme Court can come back and then make a justification. That's what the Attorney General says, that he doesn't think that people must have a right to insist on a particular court or panel to hear their case. We can't build that situation. So for the viewers who have been hearing this matter and do not know what is happening, and you thought something sacrilegious had happened at the judiciary, this is the story. This is the story. And the Attorney General points out in his article that the Chief Justice has not violated anything. But let's just be circumspect and be a bit careful. It's 10 o'clock, so I need to leave, and then some